Welcome to Smart Dollar Mindset, the channel dedicated to helping you achieve financial freedom through smart money habits, intentional living, and intelligent investing. In this powerful 80-minute deep dive, we're walking you through exactly how I track my net worth every single month, and why you should too if you want to build lasting wealth, stay financially focused, and crush your goals. We're not just talking about spreadsheets. We're talking about the mindset shift, the system I use, how I learned to automate it, what mistakes I made early on, how to stay consistent, and how to turn your net worth tracker into a motivational tool instead of a stress report. Let's break it down. What is net worth and why it matters more than you think? Net worth is simply your assets minus your liabilities. But don't let the simplicity fool you. Net worth is the single most important number to track if you're serious about wealth. It reflects the real picture of your financial health. Unlike income, which only shows how much you're earning, net worth shows how much you're keeping and growing. Think about it. Someone making $150,000 a year but spending $160,000 is worse off than someone making $60,000 and saving $20,000. Net worth gives you the scoreboard that tracks who's actually winning financially, not who looks like they're winning. Let me take you back to when I first started tracking my net worth. I was 23, working a job that paid around $42,000 a year. I had student loans, a used car loan, and a credit card balance that hovered around $2,000. On the other side, I had a $500 emergency fund and a used car that I technically didn't even own yet. That first net worth number? Negative $21,000. But that was my wake-up call. Step 1. Gather all your financial accounts. Tracking your net worth starts with pulling together every piece of your financial puzzle. That means logging into bank accounts, checking and savings investment accounts, Roth IRA, 401k, taxable brokerage, retirement accounts, old 403, Bs or employer pensions, real estate, current market value of your home if you own one, vehicles, use Kelley Blue Book or Edmunds to estimate resale value side businesses, equity or cash reserves. On the liability side, you'll need credit card balances, student loans, auto loans, mortgage, personal loans, medical debt. Create 2 categories, assets and liabilities. List everything. Don't guess. Look up exact numbers. Step 2. Create a net worth spreadsheet or use an app. Back when I started, I built a spreadsheet in Excel. I later switched to Google Sheets because it synced across devices. I now also use a simple app that links all my accounts for real-time tracking, but I still update my spreadsheet manually once a month. Why? It keeps me connected to my numbers. Your spreadsheet should have columns for account name category, cash, retirement, real estate, debt, etc. Amount date. Make sure you create a summary row that calculates total assets, total liabilities equal. Sign net worth every month. I duplicate the previous tab and update the values. I keep all previous month's data so I can see progress and trends. Step 3. Pick a consistent day every month. I chose the first of every month. For you, it might be payday or the last Friday. The key is consistency. Every first of the month, I sit down with my coffee and run through each account. I update my spreadsheet, check for trends, and journal how I feel about the month's progress. Example. I remember in March of one year, I saw my net worth drop by $4,000 because the market dipped. But because I had 10+ months of tracking behind me, I saw it as a dip, not a disaster. That's the power of monthly tracking. Step 4. Automate what you can, but stay manual for awareness. Today, there are tons of apps that track net worth. Empower, formerly Personal Capital. Monarch, Money Tiller, iNab, you need a budget. I use Empower to link all my accounts in real time. But I still open each one to verify values before updating my sheet. Automation is powerful, but the manual process keeps you engaged. When you get too hands-off, it's easy to miss mistakes. I once noticed a $500 overcharge from my insurance provider that I would have missed if I wasn't updating manually. Step 5. Include non-financial milestones for motivation tracking net worth. Monthly can get disheartening if all you focus on is numbers. That's why I also track debt milestones, for example, paid off car loan in May 2022, savings wins, for example, emergency fund hit $10K, investing firsts, for example, first dividend from index fund, life upgrades, for example, move to a lower rent apartment to save $300/month. These notes remind you of the behavior that drives results, not just the numbers. Step 6. Chart your net worth. Over time, I use a simple line graph in Google Sheets that plots my monthly net worth since I started tracking. The line is not always up. There are dips, like when I took a vacation or the stock market dipped or I bought a used car in cash. But seeing that overall upward slope, that's real motivation. It's proof that slow and steady wins. Step 7. Review your ratios, not just your totals. As your net worth grows, go deeper. Ask yourself, what percent is liquid cash? What percent is tied up in retirement accounts? How much is in real estate versus equities? What percentage is debt? Over time, you want your net worth to shift toward investments and away from liabilities. I had a year where my net worth grew, but I realized 70% of it was in my car and house, not ideal for liquidity. Step 8. Use net worth tracking to guide your goals. Net worth isn't just a report, it's a compass. Let's say your net worth is $28,000 today. Set a goal. Hit $50,000 by next year. Break it down. How much needs to come from paying off debt? From saving more? From market growth? This is where the math meets motivation. Tracking monthly keeps your financial goals front and center. Every dollar you save or invest changes your number. Step 9. Celebrate milestones with meaningful rewards. When I hit net worth milestones, $0, $10K, $25K, $50K, I celebrated but not by spending. I treat myself to a hike, a fancy coffee, or even just post a private win note in my journal. One of the best things I did when I hit $100K net worth was write a letter to my future self. I talked about how far I'd come from being $21K. That letter now lives on my Google Drive, and I reread it whenever I doubt myself. Step 10. Don't compare, compete with your past self. This is big. It's easy to compare your net worth to others, especially with social media, FIRE communities, or high-income friends. Don't do it. Everyone has a different journey, income, expenses, and baggage. The only comparison that matters is your number today versus last month. If you were $20K and now you're $15K, that's massive progress. Celebrate it. Real-life example. My net worth over 6 years. Let me give you a personal timeline. Year 1, $21,000, $8,000, focused on paying off debt, $5K savings. Year 2, $8,000, plus $6,000, student loans gone, started investing. Year 3, plus $6,000, $24,000, 401K match, $10K emergency fund. Year 4, $24,000, $48,000, compound interest plus side hustle income. Year 5, $48,000, $81,000, first Roth IRA, better budgeting. Year 6, $81,000, $137,000, market growth plus raise at work. Notice it didn't double every year, but it grew consistently. Even through inflation, a car purchase, a move, and a few market corrections. Key lessons I've learned from monthly net worth. Tracking emotion follows data. When my net worth went up, I felt confident. When it dipped, I got curious, not scared. Behavior drives results. Saving more, automating, budgeting. It all reflects in the tracker. Progress motivates action. Seeing even $500 growth encouraged me to keep going. Final thoughts. Tracking your net worth every single month will fundamentally change how you think about money. It pulls you out of paycheck-to-paycheck fog and into intentional living. It gives you a scoreboard, a sense of direction, and a powerful reminder that every dollar has a purpose. You don't need to be a math whiz or spreadsheet expert. You just need consistency, awareness, and honesty. The first time you do it might feel uncomfortable, especially if your net worth is negative. But stick with it. That number will shift. And as it does, so will your mindset. Over time, your net worth tracker becomes more than just numbers. It becomes a journal of your financial story, a mirror of your growth, a reminder that wealth isn't built overnight, but it is built monthly. And as your net worth grows, so will your confidence, your options, and your freedom. This is how I track my net worth monthly, and I hope this encourages you to start your own journey. If this helped you, subscribe to Smart Dollar Mindset, where we're all about building wealth, mastering habits, and creating the life you deserve through smart money choices. Let's grow together.